welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be giving you guys my mum tips for weight loss, my tips for mums. I don't know what to call this video, to be honest, but tips for you mums out there that want to lose weight, that find fitting a healthy lifestyle, fitness, losing weight around mum life, family life difficult. You don't even have to be a mum, you could be a dad, right? You could be an auntie, I don't know, right? It's just, I'm saying mums because I have received this question so much. I've had so many people message me saying, how do you manage to fit like weight loss, working out, eating healthy around being a mum? I've also seen people say, I can't lose weight because I'm a busy mum, I work, I've got kids. I've seen so many people say these are reasons why they can't lose weight. So I wanted to make a video just dedicated solely to that. So that's what I'm doing today. So I'll be giving you guys my unprofessional advice. I am not a dietitian or a personal trainer or a coach or anything like that. I just have lost weight myself and I am a mum myself, so I'm just going to be giving you my tips from my own personal experience and just take it as that it's just someone that's lost weight and someone that's mum. But yeah, so don't take my advice as professional advice, just take it as like a friend telling a friend, giving them some tips and advice, right? So I hope you guys find this video helpful, and if you do, I would really appreciate it if you left a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing and click that bell button so you get a notification every time I upload. I make loads of videos like this. I share my weight loss tips, I share everything about my weight loss journey because I have lost 120 pounds. I was morbidly obese at 269 pounds. I'm 5'7", and in January of 2020 I decided to take back my health and lose the weight, and I do have 2 children myself, so that's why I'm sharing today's video. If that's something you're interested in, then yeah, make sure you're subscribed and click that like button. Comment down below a candle, because I've got a candle there because the table was looking empty and I couldn't just leave my juice on the table because it just looked too empty, so I put a candle, but I don't want to light it because it gets hot when you light a candle. So just comment down below a candle because I have a random candle as a placement on this table. Grab a juice, grab a coffee, whatever you want. I've just had a coffee, that's why I've got my juice. And let's get into today's video. But before we do get into today's video is actually sponsored by Skillshare. If you don't know what Skillshare is a place to get inspired and learn new skills with thousands of inspiring classes. Whether you're into creative writing, film and video, music, photography, marketing, or lifestyle and productivity, there is a class everyone will enjoy. I've been using Skillshare for quite a while now because I just love the fact that there's always new classes being added and there's always something new to learn. I love to just try to better myself and learn new skills, and Skillshare provides me a platform that is easy to just access, and I can watch videos and learn. Basically, I can even just put the video on while I'm doing the washing up, or in the evenings when I've got my coffee, I'll be on my bike machine and I have the class playing. They're split into like a few minutes, so it's just easy and digestible, like it's not overwhelming or anything. So I personally love Skillshare. One of the classes that I have taken that I highly recommend to anyone that is looking to build new habits or change habits is the class called Real Productivity: How to Build Habits That Last by Thomas Frank. In this class, I learned how to set realistic and achievable goals, and it also gave me the tools I needed, such as how to use habit tracking and reflection systems in order to make sure that I actually reach the goals. By taking this class, I actually learned how habits are actually formed, and I have so much more of a better understanding of it, so that like it's helped me not only in my fitness journey, but in just like my life in general, which is why I highly recommend this class to anyone, regardless of whether you want to change your healthy habits, like your lifestyle habits, or like just want to learn about it in general. Like I highly recommend it for anyone. Skillshare are actually offering a 1-month free trial, so the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description or use my code will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So don't forget to either use the code or the link in the description and you get a 1-month free trial. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and now let's just get straight into the tips for you mamas or you dadders or anyone. So one of the most frequent questions I get about this is whether I eat meals with my family or I eat separately, like how do I personally work it. What I did was I just changed the way I cooked the foods as well. So I started by tracking my calories, but for family meals, I changed the way I cooked. So I made healthier meals. I made like more home cooked meals. I swapped oils out for fry light. I swapped leaner cuts of meat, so I would go for like the 5% mince rather than like the full fat mince. I'll go for chicken breasts and all that kind of stuff rather than like chicken thighs. And I would cook the meals and I'll just add loads of fruits and vegetables, and I would just weigh it and track it on MyFitnessPal. So you can cook healthier meals for the whole family. Let everyone in the house benefit from eating whole foods, from eating fruits, vegetables. Like, it doesn't just have to be you. Of course, they can have like whatever foods they want, but as meals and stuff, there's nothing wrong with creating and like making healthy whole meals, if that makes sense, like filling whole meals, and you can just change up the little things. So one thing that I do, and what I did and do, if that makes sense, is I will make similar kind of meals. If I was going to make a roast dinner, I would cook them like the whole chicken, roast potatoes and stuff, and instead of the whole chicken for me, I would have like a chicken breast because it's just leaner and lower in calories. And instead of like roast potatoes covered in oil, I would like boil potatoes, spray them with fry light, and then put them in the oven. So fry light is a 1 calorie spray. They would go like roast potatoes, but they just wouldn't have all the calories added from all of the oil. So I just make small swaps to your food, but cooking it as a whole family. So you're still able to eat with your family, but you are making the smaller swaps, but your kids won't be able to notice really that you're eating a little bit different. So you can all sit down and still have your family meals. You don't have to necessarily make separate meals just for yourself, but there is also the option where you can make yourself separate meals. You can meal prep your meals. I kind of had an idea of what dinners I would make throughout the week, so I'd do a food shop with the idea of, okay, so Wednesday I'm going to cook spaghetti bolognese. So yeah, like if I was to have like a spaghetti bolognese, I would use like the lower fat mince and then the fry light, add loads of fruits and veg. Instead of like using shop bought sauce, I made my own sauce with like chopped tomatoes, tomato puree and stuff. And then like you can create a recipe on MyFitnessPal where you just put it all in. I'll leave the link to my FitnessPal tutorial down below where I actually go through and show you step by step how to do this if you don't know how to do it. But you can basically like weigh all the foods, put it all out, and then put out how many portions it is. Then it'll work out the calories for you, so you can still track your calories, because weight loss is about calories in, calories out. And if you are tracking your calories, which is one of, personally, what I feel is the easiest way to lose weight, because you are actually knowing what's going into your body, and rather than just being like blind. You can lose weight without counting calories, but it does make counting calories does make it a lot easier. So if you're counting calories, then that's one way you can do it. I personally think as a mum, it's really important to show your children healthy eating habits and that you enjoy eating fruits and veg. Yeah, and I know people have picky kids, trust me. I have 2 kids on the autistic spectrum and they are very, very picky eaters. They don't really like fruit and veg that much, but I've noticed since I've been eating loads of fruit and veg and I show them that I actually enjoy it. I'm not like, oh, I don't like it, or make it seem like I have to eat like this. I actually enjoy the foods I eat. And doing that has actually helped my children explore new foods and just putting it out on their plate anyway. And they, you know, they might touch it, put it to their mouth. But as long as they're like being exposed to like fruits and vegetables, then they're more likely to try it. And my kids are a lot more likely to try fruits and veg than what they were before. They still have obviously sensory issues around certain textures and colours, and that's not something we're working through, but I do hear that a lot as well. It's like, my kids won't eat that, so it's fine, like, but it is a good thing to do to just get them used to it and exposed to it and see you eating it and like sitting down together and eating it together. What I do more recently is I cook all of my chicken breasts instead of having to cook a chicken breast every day, because I basically eat the same kind of foods. So I like to eat a chicken breast. I personally don't mind it. So instead of cooking a chicken breast every single day, I cook like a whole packet of chicken breast and I put it in the fridge. So then all I have to do is like reheat it and add the veg and whatever like carb I want to have with it. If I want to have potatoes or rice or just veg, like that's how I do it. So you can meal prep. You don't have to meal prep like the same meals every single day, but like you can meal prep the things like your meats and stuff, and then you can cook the veg fresh. You can actually batch cook family meals as well. So say for example you made like a lasagna or a shepherd's pie or something, you can actually like split them out into portions and like freeze it and have that all in MyFitnessPal as like how many calories is a portion, and then you can like take it out the freezer, heat it, and you've got like your meal. So that's kind of how you can deal with like meals. Another tip I have for you mamas out there, you parents out there, is to make sure that your cupboards and your fridge and everything, and this is for anyone to be honest, make sure that they are filled up with lots of fruits, vegetables, and like lower calorie snacks, healthy snack alternatives that you can just grab when you are busy and you're feeling hungry and you just need to grab something. Because as a mum, I understand we're busy, we don't always have time to like prepare food and make food, and when you get hungry it's so easy to just grab a chocolate bar. So instead of like having the chocolate bars and stuff like that, or higher calorie snacks, when you want to lose weight, it's kind of hard to lose weight when you are eating lots of high calorie dense food. There's nothing wrong with, you know, eating it from time to time, but obviously to get into a calorie deficit, it doesn't really make it easy. So you want to make it easier for yourself by having like fruits and veg like in a fruit bowl out on the side, so when you're hungry you can just grab a fruit, or like your foods in the fridge, like just something that you can grab on the go and eat when you're hungry. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I always like think of that. So if you just have that there, then it's something to grab. And speaking of planning to fail, fail to plan, plan to fail, make sure that you have a plan when you are going out. So if you're going out for like a day out, what I always do is I always bring snacks for the kids, right? And I think a lot of people do this. So I make sure I'm bringing their drinks or their lunch if we're going out for a long time. So I make sure that I've got stuff for them. And what I never used to do is make sure that I've got something for myself. So I'd always end up picking up something for myself. So when I went on started my weight loss journey, I actually put that principle in for myself, and I found it really helpful. So when we're going out, I make sure I either, if we're only going to be out for 1 or 2 hours, I'll make sure I bring a couple of snacks and a drink. Or like when I go out, I always bring my like Skinny Food Co coffee syrup, just because I know I might get a coffee when I'm out and I like to add that to my coffee just to sweeten it up for like no calories. And if I know I'm going to be going out for a while and I'm going to get hungry, it's going to go more than like 3 hours, then I will make a meal, like a lunch, and I'll pack that with me to go. So make sure you're just like bringing food when you know that you're going to be hungry, or even if you don't really know, just always carry around a snack or a fruit or something with you that you can just have a little snack and a little drink when you're out. If you know you're one of them mums that are tired after a long day, maybe you have been to work all day, you've come home, you've sorted out like you're sorting out the kids and stuff, and like you just are so tired and you can't be bothered to cook, like it's just that's the last thing on your mind, and you find that you tend to order out because it's just easier and more convenient, then I personally would say to make sure that you are meal prepping your meals before. It doesn't have to be like a proper meal prep, like I said with like the family mealtime lasagna things, to just like try to plan ahead. Always think about like, you don't have to like meal prep your meals for like a whole week. But what I always did during my weight loss journey was the night before, I would lay in bed and be like, okay, what do I feel for tomorrow? Like, what do I think I might have for lunch? What should I have for dinner? And I would kind of think about it. So I'd have it in the back of my mind of like what I'm going to have. So I kind of would get into a routine of like kind of the same kind of foods, what I would eat, what I kind of would eat for breakfast. So I'd have like a few meals for breakfast that I would have, a few meals for lunch that I would have, and I'd kind of alternate it, and like same with dinner, switch it up a little bit, but keep it kind of the same. So I had like a routine of like the same kind of times I would eat and a similar kind of foods, so that you don't have to think about it and stress too much every single day. When you have a routine in place, if that makes sense, when you have like a routine of what you eat and what kind of times you eat, you're taking out like the stress of every day thinking about what you're going to make, if that makes sense. So I would definitely recommend that you just have a routine, because I found that that's what massively helped me, was just knowing what I was going to eat, or kind of like laying down in bed the day before and just like, okay, what do I feel like I feel for tomorrow? And then I would like think, okay, instead of a chicken salad, I feel like I might have a jacket potato with tuna. And or if I would normally have a tuna jacket potato, maybe I'll try some prawns instead of tuna, or beans and cheese. You know what I mean? So like having a routine where you can be flexible with it is really important. It's really important to eat food that you actually like, food that you actually enjoy, so that you don't feel like you're on a diet, you don't feel like you're punishing yourself. Find a way to make the food you eat enjoyable. The thing is with weight loss is you don't have to eat certain foods to lose weight, right? To lose weight, you just need to be in a calorie deficit. So there's no need to go on a certain diet or make yourself feel sick by eating something that you don't like. Like, you don't have to drink like a green smoothie. You don't have to do anything like that. Just find the way of eating that you enjoy, that you find sustainable, that you could do for the rest of your life, and that makes you feel good and makes your body feel good. That's like one of the most important things, especially as a mum, because you want your children to see you have a healthy relationship with food. You want them to see you enjoying fruits and vegetables, enjoying eating healthy. For me, it's really important that my children see that I enjoy the foods I eat and I don't feel like I'm punishing myself or like I'm on a diet. And that's important regardless, but especially as a mum, I feel like that is very, very important. So just make sure that you enjoy the foods you eat and that you feel good, and you're showing your children that. And because you don't need to punish yourself like to lose weight, you don't need to like cut anything out. You can eat everything in moderation. Moderation is key. It's very important. All foods fit, as they say. So now we're going to go on to exercise, because this is another thing I hear is I don't have time to exercise. I'm a busy mum. I don't have time to exercise. And what I want to say is fit exercise around your family life. You don't have to do hours and hours of exercise to lose weight. You actually don't even have to exercise to lose weight. To lose weight, you just have to be in a calorie deficit, like I said, and you can do that just by focusing on your food. And I would say when you want to start losing weight, that should be your main focus, is the diet. Diet, 100%, just focus on the diet first. If you don't have time to exercise, that's fine. Just focus on the diet. You don't have to exercise to lose weight. So don't use I don't have time to go to the gym as an excuse to not even bother trying to change your habits or anything or lose weight, because you can lose weight without the gym. So let's put that one to bed. That's a myth. You don't need to go to the gym every single day to lose weight. You don't have to do a specific workout. You don't have to do HIIT workouts. You don't have to do anything. You can lay in bed all day, yeah, and still lose weight if you don't eat over your like calories that you burn, right? So don't want to hear it, right? Don't want to bloody hear the excuses. But saying that, exercise is really good for you. It gives you good endorphins, good feeling endorphins, so improve your mood. It will make you live a longer and healthier life. You will be fitter. You will feel so much better in yourself. I used to suffer with depression and anxiety, and exercise actually really helped me like basically beat depression and anxiety. I wouldn't say beat it, but it helped me manage my depression and anxiety to the point where I don't suffer with depression or anxiety anymore. So I love exercise. It makes me feel good. It gives me the good endorphins. It actually allowed me to have time out to myself, which I wasn't doing before, when I was just focused on just the kids and just everything I had to do around the house and stuff, and I didn't take care of myself. So when I actually went out, I went to the gym and I did walking on the treadmill every day for like 5 days. I'd drop my son off to school and then I'd go to the gym for like 20 minutes and just walk on an incline. That little time at the gym, just focusing on myself, made me feel so good, and it gave me so much more like self-esteem, like just taking that time out. So for me, exercise is my time, the time that I actually get to spend on my own. And knowing that you don't have to do a specific exercise to lose weight really helps, because that means you can find an exercise that you enjoy, because you don't have to do any exercise. So do something that makes you feel good, that you actually enjoy. There's something out there for everyone that you would enjoy. Like, you just have to try it. I'm telling you right now, I never thought that I would ever enjoy lifting weights or exercise or walking. I used to be like a couch potato. I used to sit down, I'd be like, oh, like the thought of getting up and doing anything, I was like, nah, like, You don't know that you don't like it until you try it. So find something, try out different things. You don't actually have to do a specific workout. Even walking, I love walking. Walking is one of the most underrated exercises. It's so good for you. Nearly everyone can do it, no matter what your size is. The bigger you are, I would say start off by just walking, 20-minute walk every day, gradually increase it, 30 minutes. Or even if you can't manage a 20-minute walk, if you are at the size where a 20-minute walk is just not sustainable for you, do 10 minutes, do 5 minutes, and then just increase it gradually add time on. You don't have to like go for an hour walk every day. You could even like split up your walks, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and like throughout the day, just get up and move. So yeah, just start off by that, find something you enjoy, grab a coffee with a friend, low calorie coffee, especially when it's a nice day outside. I love to go out for a walk when it's sunny. So yeah, you could take the kids out for a walk. If you've got a little baby, take them out in their pushchair, go for a little walk to the shop, meet a friend or your mum or your sister or someone, and like grab a coffee, have a little walk with the kids. Take kids to the park. I love taking my kids to the park. There's actually a few parks, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but here in the UK, some of the parks have like a little outdoor gym. So what I really enjoyed doing, especially during the lockdown when there was no gyms, is take the kids to the park and they have a little outdoor gym, and you can just go and like do some kind of movement at the gym, and the kids will see you doing it. They can join in doing push-ups at home, because I set a push-up goal and I worked on that. So like just doing little things like that massively helps. Just going for a walk. There's like nature places you can go to where like you can go on little nature walks, take the kids with you, taking them to soft play. With kids, especially young children, you can get up and actually run around with them and play with them. You could be active. Exercise doesn't actually have to be a specific set amount of time on a specific workout. It can be getting up and playing with your kids. Take the kids to the park with football and run around with them for a little bit. I'm telling you now, that is exercise. I'm telling you, if you've ever like tried running around after your kids playing it, right? Play it with your kids and you'll get your heart rate up. Get tennis rackets, play tennis, like just anything with the kids, little bowling, skittle things. Just move around and play with your kids. Your kids will love it. They will. Kids actually so much prefer their parents just getting up and playing with them. Even like when you take them to the park, climb up on the climbing frame with them. I'm telling you, it's a workout, right? That's their exercise as well, is going to the park. And if you do want to go to the gym and do a specific workout, or you want to start lifting weights, you want to go walking on the treadmill, or whatever you want to do at the gym, you want to go to the gym, try and find a way to fit it in your actual lifestyle. So maybe you have like an hour on your own when your kids are at school and you're not at work. You can go to the gym for that hour, and you maybe, even if it is like once or twice a week to start off with, just do that, whatever you can do, and just make sure you're trying to set realistic goals. Because if you say I'm going to go every single day and you don't actually plan exactly what times you're available to go, then when you can't go, you kind of, every time you don't do something that you say you're going to do, it makes you like distrust yourself, and you end up just giving up because you don't feel like you could do it because you've given up so many times. So try and make sure that you're thinking about when you actually can go, and be very realistic about it. And just know you don't have to go to the gym, because you can work out from home. You can get like invest in like an exercise bike, or there's so many like home equipments for exercise. Or even if you don't have space for exercise equipment, there's so many home workouts on YouTube. See if your partner or a family member will look after the kids for 45 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, whatever you need to just get out and go to the gym, or go swimming, or go to a Zumba class. There's so many things that you can do that, like, the list is endless. Just find something you enjoy and just fit it within your lifestyle. Other tips that I have for you mums out there is, you know, like when you're doing the washing and it's hanging out on the rack, instead of standing up or sitting down doing it and then like putting it in a basket and then taking it to the rooms to put it away, I found to get your steps up, right, is take it off one by one, then go and put it away. So like I would take off my son's top, fold it, go to the bedroom, put it in the drawer, come back, take off my top, go hang it up in my wardrobe, come back. So like I'm going back and forth, and it's just moving more. Stand up more often when you're at home. Like when you're watching TV, get up at the adverts and just walk around. When you brush your teeth, walk around. Yeah, just walk around when you're at home. Park further away from the shops. I know everyone's probably heard this already, but park away, like further away when you go to the shops. Or if you can, and the shops like aren't too far away, you can actually like walk. I've walked so much more now than what I ever did. I would drive like to my corner shop before. Now I will just walk. Like just walk as much as possible. If it's walking distance, then just walk. Take the stairs instead of the lift. All of those little things, they all add up. All of them non-exercise activities, they all add up and increase the amount of calories you burn and help you lose weight. The thing is, a lot of people say they don't have time for something, but you always have time for things that you prioritize. So if you're prioritizing the time out for yourself to exercise, you will do it. Because a lot of people will say to me, I don't have time to do it. But I'm like, hold on, didn't you say that you binge watched that new Netflix series, or you watched that movie at night every night? Instead of watching a movie, or you can watch a movie, but what you could do is, if you invest in like an exercise bike or something, you go on the bike and watch a movie at the same time. So just, you can find a way. You just have to like sit down and actually think about it. What would you sacrifice your time for? So instead of every single night watching a movie, maybe go for a walk, you know, little things like that. Another thing I find really helpful is having a step tracker. So anyone can do this. You can get really cheap ones. You don't have to get like a fancy one. What they do is they just track how many steps you do a day. You don't have to get exactly 10,000 steps every single day. If you are only doing like 2,000 steps at the minute, then trying to set a goal for 10,000 steps is probably unrealistic. So what I would like to say is like add a couple of thousand steps extra on top of what you're already doing, and then gradually increase that. And then they just help keep you aware of how active you are. If you notice that you've not moved, sometimes like you won't even know that you've not really been that active, and then you take a look and you're like, oh my days, I've not done a lot of steps today, I've only done like 1,000, and your goal is 10,000. It will just give you that little bit of encouragement and motivation to just get up and move. I found that when I first got my Fitbit, I was walking everywhere. I was going for so many walks because I was like, oh, I wanted to see how many steps I was doing. What I would say about the fitness trackers is try not to worry too much about the calories burnt, because it's not really accurate, and don't try and eat back the calories that you burn on the fitness trackers, because like I said, they're not really accurate. But yeah guys, so that's all of my tips, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you found it helpful. Just find foods that you enjoy and find movement that you enjoy. You can fit it within your lifestyle. It is possible. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to like do like cut foods out. You don't have to do like crazy workouts. You can do something that fits around your lifestyle, and that's what I kind of want you to take away from this video, is that just because I go to the gym 5 days a week doesn't mean that you have to go to the gym 5 days a week. What fits around your lifestyle is the most important. As long as it's sustainable and you can carry on doing it for the rest of your life, you'll be successful, you will lose the weight and you'll keep it off. And just remember to never ever give up, and you are worth losing weight and being healthy and living a long and healthy lifestyle for not just yourself but for your children as well. So I hope you guys found that helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next video. If you did like this video, leave a like and comment down below a broccoli and a carrot or your favourite veg. I don't know why, but because it's healthy, maybe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.